Our next speaker will be Michał. Michał Brzedka is an independent consultant, and he's the business and strategy and technology and AI expert. And we will be moving to his presentation in the perspective of hiring and recruitment with AI. We got to know Michał through his podcast, which I will share in the link in the chat section with you later at the end of the session. But let me give the stage to Michał.
Yeah, hello everybody. Thank you, Haben, for the introduction. Very nice to be here. I am, as Haben introduced me, my name is Michał Brzodka. I work as a technical consultant, helping clients to deploy AI and agentic systems across different industries. And actually, most of my presentation is somewhat related to the question that Elena asked just a couple of minutes ago, because my goal for the next 10 minutes is to challenge how you think about hiring. I deeply believe that the hiring process, our hiring processes are about to break. I want to show you exactly why and what to do about it. As we have been discussing today, the whole knowledge work is going through huge transformation. AI is going to change how we work, is changing how we work, what skills we need, how do we look for these skills. And by the end of my talk, I want you to walk away with at least one interview questions that you can ask tomorrow to find these kind of people, the people who will actually thrive in this new era. Haben, you can go to the next slide, and I will be keep asking you since you have control. What you see here is a screenshot from a real technical interview. The interviewer on the right was asking the candidate on the left, various questions as they were progressing through the interview. There is one problem though. The person on the left actually does not exist. This is a deep fake. The real person is using AI to impersonate their identity during the interview. Their face is not a real face, it's AI generated. The actual conversation is rather funny. The screenshot does not do it justice. The candidate is clearly struggling to answer the questions, and the interviewer is getting increasingly frustrated, at some point even asking the candidate to cover his face with a hand just to kind of maybe check if this is indeed his face or not. If you want to see the full video, the QR code on the bottom will link you there. So next slide, please. It gets even better. There are now companies who offer services that help you cheat your way through the recruitment process. This is a screenshot from Cheating Daddy, one of those companies. There are others advertising that you can and you maybe even should cheat better. You spend like $50 a month, and these tools listen to the conversation that you are having with a potential employer. They offer advice in real time, and they actually even have a somewhat advanced feature, including a feature that there is like a special mode that ensures that the answers that you are hearing from the AI are not 100% correct. Because of course, if you have a candidate that gives you two kind of perfect answers, this would raise a suspicion. So this AI assistant will make sure that you sound, let's say, more human, whatever this means. But here is a paradox. On one hand, we want to recruit people who are good at leveraging those AI tools to solve problems during their normal employment. But these people, those skills also allow them to circumvent the current recruitment process. Yeah. So what do different companies do about that? Some, like Google or McKinsey, they're going a little bit retro now, bringing back in-person interviews at least at one stage of the recruitment process, just to ensure that they actually meet the person. Others, like for example, Canva, they go full AI, they embrace the new process, and they design like harder, maybe more ambitious, more challenging questions during the interview process, and expect the candidates to solve them with those tools, those advanced AI tools. And of course, some people might say that, well, this only applies to remote recruitment. When you are actually hiring person in real life, you see them, so it's easy to check. But I want to convince you that this is actually a much wider challenge. And the earlier we start thinking about it, the better. And again, the link on the QR code on the bottom is will lead you to this page that the screenshot is from, just if you're interested. So let's move on. Why I think this is a broader challenge. This is a chart from an ongoing Meter study. Meter's evaluations, they assess the extent to which an AI system can autonomously carry out substantial tasks, in particular technical tasks. As you notice, as you can read on the slide, at the current speed, the length of the software engineering task is doubling every 7 months. And I want that to sink in. At the current speed for software engineering, every 7 months, the current AI is able to double the time of the task that they are able to reliably perform. Now, moving on to the next slide in a little bit wider context. Unlike Nina, I have a lot of slides, so there is a lot of clicking here, but I hope I'm having a good pace. So this is another research, this time from OpenAI. This is actually from earlier this year, when they were trying to show the impact of modern AI on GDP generation across industries. If you're interested, it's actually a very interesting paper. They've analyzed a lot of industries. The QR code will take you there. Here, let's just focus on one particular industry: professional, scientific, and technical services. What you see on this chart is how the performance of the newer models, the growing models, is approaching human benchmark. The human benchmark here on this slide is marked with this red dashed line. And again, the gap is closing, kind of to link it back to what Nina was saying earlier. And again, the similar chart in that paper you will see for many other industries. Not all of them are perfectly aligned like this, but the trend is very visible. And all this points to one thing, and we can go to the next slide. All this points to one thing that was beautifully put by CEO of Fiverr, that impossible is the new hard. People leveraging the AI tools can now do things that were previously considered impossible, basically. And in my opinion, that means that at the moment, we are no longer hiring humans simply. We are hiring human plus AI partnerships or systems. So the real question now is, what does the human actually bring to that partnership? And we can go to the next slide. I don't want to just talk about trends and give quotes. Let's focus on some practical tips. Assuming that we were indeed, if we are indeed hiring human plus AI system, what do humans contribute to that equation? What should we look for? And in my opinion, there are 4 key areas, 4 competences that you should think about more deliberately when kind of preparing for this agentic future that we are experiencing as it is unfolding. Judgment, so making calls when the answer is obvious. Context, being able to read the room, navigate nuance, like bring things that are not necessarily immediately available for the AI. Orchestration, meaning leveraging different agents, different people to achieve a certain goal. And very last but not least, accountability. So you actually want the human who is owning the outcomes and standing behind decisions, even if they are unclear, even if they are not, 100%. There is no 100% evidence that one decision is correct versus another. And at the current state, AI models struggle with all of these. I don't expect this to change anytime soon. I'm not going to go into details. We can discuss this maybe in Q&A, why I think that. But again, I think we should start hiring for these skills, or at least think about, if not these 4 areas, what other areas are uniquely, let's say, human, or where we can actually contribute most. We should start thinking about this in a more deliberate way. We can go on to the next slide. So just building on this practical advice, what you can do tomorrow: stop screening for speed. AI is going to take care of that. Start screening for judgment. Humans provide judgment. If you can add 1 question, I suggest, for example, describe coordinating more than 3 people on something with no defined process. Again, just like think about areas that long-term will be owned and by humans, and the areas where people are actually contributing a lot of value. Speed is not one of these areas. Problem solving, I'm not sure. Critical thinking, probably yes. And again, I just want to bounce these ideas from you just to get you thinking of them. Next slide, please. So these are just ideas. The most important thing here is that we all need to adapt to this new reality, and the transformation is just going to, keep accelerating. I want to come back to the slide from a couple of minutes ago about the capabilities doubling every 7 months. No, you can be on the same slide, Helen, yeah. So we are here, as you can see with the red arrow, the models, and okay, this is software engineering. Yeah, so maybe I'm simplifying a little bit because this particular chart is only about, specific industry, specific task, but I think this is a much broader trend, and we are going to see this very soon being the trend, being applied on general knowledge work. And again, Nina mentioned that in her talk. So we are here 2 hours. The models can complete 2-hour technical tasks reliably. But what if we extrapolate? My bet is that we will soon have models that can perform in minutes what human used to spend weeks on. So the hiring process obviously has to evolve, and it needs to evolve quite fast. And next slide, and this is the last slide, just to repeat what I said earlier. Again, as I mentioned on the previous slides, impossible is the new hard. Stop screening for what AI does. Start screening for what humans bring to the table. If you want to dive deeper, as Haben mentioned, I did a full podcast discussion exploring these ideas. The QR code on the bottom. I just wanted to leave you with some thoughts and wish you good luck, maybe as we go through this important change.